Hello, everybody, and thank you for being here with us on the Podchaost with the Slurp Slurp. I am your host, Chad Johnson. Right over here on the keyboards, Emma Jonas.
Hi.
Cool. Hey, over here on the keyboards, ones and zeros style, Zach Chappell, everybody.
I just found out the Bates method is an effective and potentially dangerous alternative therapy aimed at improving eyesight.
Oh, yeah, it's like the Norman Bates method where you have to look through a sliver in a thing. Special guest this week, all the way from Portland, Oregon, Michael Garcia and Avalon Leonetti.
Hello.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm working on my taxidermy birds, and I'm about to kill a woman who's staying at my motel. So pretty great.
Perfect.
Wow, I thought he was going to say taxes.
Yeah. Oh, wow. And I'm doing neither of those. I'm putting off my taxes and putting off all taxidermy until I can get a little bit of, advice from Avalon.
That's a good plan.
Did you just put your taxes behind that awesome room divider you have there?
That is sweet.
Literally I did, if you want me to show you the box.
That's great. That's super great.
That'll be my show and tell you later. You can see my W-4s.
This was going against my advice to shove all of your documents into a pheasant.
Well, they'll look nicer that way.
Exactly.
So you guys are Portland comedy scene people. Both of you do comedy, right? Stand up? Okay, yeah, that's why I asked that way. Because it's kind of like a do and can, but mostly are focused on the Forgotten Fantasies stuff, right?
No.
Yeah, we host a couple of movie riffing and found footage shows.
So fun. We're going to get into that in just a minute,
fun.
but I am curious, is the found footage shows kind of a little bit of that stuff that we were doing in between watching stuff one time where you were like, hey, here's this thing of a guy shooting pieces of wood. We watched that for a long time, and I was like, we're still watching this, but it was fascinating.
Was that Cold Steel?
It might have been Cold
Oh
Steel.
yeah. He was
familiar.
like outside on his yardage.
Just shooting stuff
Acreage.
that's like an inch from his hand. He's like, that's how many pieces of wood it goes through. Like, dude.
Shooting himself in the chest.
Just a dude testing out guns like you do.
Yeah. That is one of the portions of the show.
Nice. And the other portion is the movie riffing stuff. And do you always find older, really obscure, ridiculous movies?
Well, with VHS Vengeance, which is the riffing show, we try to find things that we've sourced from actual VHS tapes. And we do try to keep it a little more obscure or kind of unfound gems, because the love of good, bad movies is really kind of blossomed in the last decade, I think. Mm-hmm. And so there's a lot of that material out there. So we're trying to help direct our audience to stuff they may have never seen.
Yeah. And yeah, that's definitely been my experience watching movies with you guys. What was that one? Blood.
Alien? Yeah, no one's heard of it.
Oh yeah, Alien. That was the first time I saw Alien, so that was a little bit of a sidestep.
No one's heard of Alien.
Yeah. Alien was it was great. There was a part where I think I was the only person laughing out loud, because I think it's being an Alien fan since the movie came out. There's probably a part where if you're watching it with a new person who hasn't seen the movie yet, you're like, okay, they're probably gonna laugh really hard when the stupid puppet comes out of this guy's chest and then like dances and scoodly doos across the table.
It is hilarious.
It's really funny, and I felt bad, but I was like, dude, this is so funny, church laugh style.
It's fun because we actually talked about that moment afterwards. Because to me, I mean, that movie is one of the scariest films of my youth. As I was telling you as we were watching it, I saw it when I was 7. I spent most of the movie on the floor hiding under the theater seat. And to this day, that sequence just floors me. It's like I revisit my fear in my childhood, and as I'm sitting there on the verge of just panic, you're laughing the entire time.
What Michael is describing is a trauma response.
Which is my response to most movies.
In hindsight, I mean, I remember probably the first time I rewatched Alien, as a fully grown adult, it popped out. I'm like, that's a dick for sure. Like I just,
Yeah.
as a kid, I'm like, it's a penis. Then like Michigan J Frog runs off screen.
It's very phallic.
Yeah. And it only gets more so as time goes on.
Well, I think it's on purpose. You know, that movie is all about like motherhood and fucking dicks. You know,
Genitals.
it's art.
Yeah, all that Geiger stuff really is about sex and violence.
Yeah.
I forget what the movie is that spoofs that I've seen so many times before. I've seen Alien, and then
Spaceballs?
Yeah, there we go. Spaceballs. It sings and dances and runs off the table. It's great. So how long have you guys been doing that show? It's been quite a while, right?
We just hit the 3-year anniversary like 2 weeks ago.
Hell yeah. That's so
Flourish.
good. I don't know if I've seen a full show. Maybe I've seen some clips, but every visual style of anything you put together is so amazing and like right down that like old school like cyberpunk vaporwave kind of aesthetic, and it's really just fucking great. It's so cool to look at.
Oh, thanks. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
And one of Mike's greatest strengths is like it's like he can just smell like 70s disco vision stuff. Like he's like somewhere there's like lasers and shiny chrome, and I can just smell it.
It's impressive.
Yeah. As Avalon's often said, everything of that era is the color of butterscotch, and I can sniff that candy out anytime.
I love that. I love the dishes, the wallpaper, all the stuff that's like the really simple flowers. It's all great.
Little olive branch pattern on a fucking casserole dish.
Oh,
You don't get that kind
some
of
of
quality.
that in there.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun watching Freaks and Geeks. Watching all the stuff in their kitchen. It's like,
So good.
those cups. I remember those cups.
I have one
Great.
cup like that. It's got like chickens on it or something.
Nice.
Prized possession.
It's impressive.
Like, when did we as a society decide to stop putting fun patterns on appliances?
I know.
Like,
How
what the
that stuff
fuck?
isn't cute anymore. Actually, you know what? We did at my work, the thrift store, someone donated a brand new crock pot that has some owls on it.
That's pretty cool.
Good.
What do you guys, you want it?
Yeah.
Either you?
I've already got two, but it's a collection starting.
Well, it's a new design. It's not a cool old 70s, so it's not the same aesthetic.
Okay, yeah. I was picturing the
you
old
take it,
70s.
Avalon.
Yeah, it's a
brown.
modern aesthetic.
I'm just glad that the spirit lives on, you know?
Yeah,
So tired
it's
of
nice. I mean, they're
chrome.
trying. Yeah.
So one of the things that we watched with Avalon, I guess you weren't there that night, but we watched with the rest of the crew that does riffing on movies.
We've been watching movies online. Shouts out to 27.xyz,
Woo!
where you can stream mostly anything with pretty much anyone on the net with video and voice chat available in
27.xyz, right?
27.xyz.
It's crazy how that works, because there's just tabs for every
So
service up at the top, and they all can work at the same time, which we've ran into.
Yeah.
And I've seen that happen, and that's really funny to be like, oh, it's your other tab is playing a different movie.
You're watching YouTube, buddy. We're all on Shudder right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we watched, is it Godzilla versus Kong?
Yes.
That's the order of the title, and so I saw the trailer and I was like, dude, this movie looks. I got goosebumps, which is weird for me to like see a trailer and be like excited like that, especially because I didn't care at all about the Pacific Rim. That movie was like, but I think it was made for fans of the kaiju genre.
Yeah.
But within the first 5 minutes, this movie just goes crazy.
It did not make a lick of sense.
Yeah, Kong's living in the Truman Show, and then at one point there's a laser beam or the atomic blast, coming out of Godzilla's mouth that goes through the entire Earth, and on the other side of Earth, Kong looks through the hole, and then they're looking at each other like, "Hey, we're gonna fight." It's great.
So how spoilery are we getting with this?
I feel like we should just go full spoilers, to be honest.
I'm okay
and just
with
put
it.
like a disclaimer.
Yeah, I'll put a disclaimer on.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So right before we watched it, I watched Godzilla King of Monsters thinking I was going to need some continuity of story. Mistake on my part.
Oh my,
but,
so optimistic.
I have watched all of the new legendary monster movies, and the other Godzilla movies, the first one's all right, a little dour and kind of dark, but kind of builds on a jazz sort of theme. You don't see the monster much, plays it very seriously, and it kind of plays like a kaiju movie would play out in real life. And by this third one, you have anti-gravity spaceships flying around, floating unobtainium, and that not only did Kong and Godzilla see each other through, I don't know, 1,600 miles of mantle, after Kong jumps down, Kong climbs up to hop out and fight him the same night.
But then there's also a place in the middle of the Earth where like gravity reverses. And it's
And then there's the upside down Earth.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the hollow Earth. That's the inside of the Earth, obviously.
Did I fall asleep or like have a fever dream in the middle of our watching it? Because
there's a inside Earth. Did you understand what I meant when I was saying they used the Super Mario Galaxy rules a lot in that game, in that movie?
Yeah, kind of like the planet to planet.
Because
Yeah,
he jumps and then the gravity picks him up on the other side, so he is on this planet now.
Boy, that's gravity for you.
Like double bouncing on a trampoline.
yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Exactly.
Except you don't attach upside down to something.
Well, because there's not another thing with a gravity force around it, so you're not going to be,
Oh, but if there were.
If there were, yeah, you
If
totally
there
would.
were.
If there were.
Now my question, and I believe that was the first Godzilla movie that I've actually watched. Is he usually that thick?
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
are
he's
those
shaped
his
like an A.
his normal proportions?
Yeah, he's a hefty boy.
Okay, because he's got some powerful thighs and a teeny tiny little head.
You got to respect that body.
Yeah,
I do.
New
I'm not-
Godzilla design's very chunky.
I'm not complaining.
He's 100%
I'm
that bitch.
impressed.
Wasn't that
Lizardo.
Wasn't that like a result of all of the physics nerds being like, a kaiju of that size couldn't actually hold up its own weight. Its bones would turn into dust.
I can see that.
And so
Actually, yes, that's true.
and so they tried to go back and be like, all right, but if a kaiju were that big, how thick would those thighs be that save these lives? And of course, the physics still doesn't bear out, but sure.
How long would it take?
So they
kaiju
tried
with-
to base it Sorry.
No, I was just asking how long would it take a kaiju with thighs that thick to crawl his way through the entire center of the Earth? That's my question, physics nerds.
I don't know. He was going pretty fast. At one point, he went from Antarctica to Japan in like a day.
I wanted to see the part where he's going through the center of the Earth, and then he does the thing where the gravity just takes him, and he just does the whole, just stuck here, and he's just kind of floating. He's like, ah!
That's why he needs those thighs to
And he
really
has sign
jump out of
language
there.
for damn it.
Well, see, here's where having watched King of the Monsters does play in. They explained in that movie how he travels that fast by swimming through tunnels in the Hollow Earth.
Oh.
Which is
See, I had none of this backstory.
This is screenplay code for lazy plot holes.
Literal plot
convenience.
holes.
Plot holes, earth holes.
I did like the ships that they were on. They reminded me of exactly the ships from The Matrix. How they have the hover fields at the bottom of them, and on the same crooked kind of wheel looking
They're
thing.
so funny looking.
Same with the Overwatch has those cars too.
Oh yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah, Red Letter Media made a great comparison of those to the vehicles from the most recent Tron film.
Yeah.
It has almost the same animation for the electro anti-gravity beams.
My theory is that the government makes the media put these things into movies a lot so that it normalizes it for us, so that when they show up, we're not as like, whoa, where'd you get that technology from?
Legendary Pictures.
Yeah.
We already knew about that.
So is this the conspiracy we'll be talking about later?
Oh no, that will come up later, but that'll be a different one. What were you saying?
I lost track of where I was going with it.
That was quick.
Yeah.
That's fine. But yeah, I think if anybody wants to watch that movie, we spoiled it for them, and
Highly suggest it.
do it.
Oh, going into the movie,
Hey,
who did
we
you think
didn't
was
say
gonna
who
win?
won.
Oh, that's true.
That is true.
I have to imagine that if anybody's like at this point still jonesing for the movie, they're probably not super invested in the plot.
Yeah. Also, one of the things that I keep thinking is there didn't have to be any humans in that movie at all.
No,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
less
they were so
talking,
Better
distracting.
without him.
less talky, more fighty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Seems like they
Get rid of the humans and don't film any extra monsters either. Just cut that thing down to 35 minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that'd be pretty good. Yeah, wasn't one of the monsters? There was one that's like a flying one that Kong rips in half.
Oh,
Isn't
yeah.
that a kaiju from another Godzilla movie or a King Kong movie? I might be totally wrong, but it looks familiar.
So there was one later in a sequence that I think you're talking about.
He fights it real quick and then
there's
like rips it in half.
Oh, and he
There's a
drinks his blood.
skull crawler from the King Kong Skull Island movie that pops up.
Oh, okay, interesting.
might
Yeah,
be
there
the one
was
you're
one that he
referring to.
drank the blood of,
That's weird.
That was
like
rad.
a little canteen.
I fucking loved it.
And that, yeah. Yeah,
I feel like I
that
don't
was
remember
kind
this
of
movie.
the flying vagina monster, and that one wasn't in Kong, but later the skull crawler was. Not that any of it matters.
the flying vagina monster. Is that the religion with the colanders on the heads, or?
No, they put shiwis on their noses.
It might fit just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on the nose and the shiwi.
Yeah. Anything else about that movie?
That movie. Yeah, I feel like we're talking about it, and it feels like we're talking about a dream that I had.
Yeah. Yeah. As soon as it was like a kaiju movie mixed with like Truman Show and The Matrix and a couple other different genres all at the same time, I was like, okay, this
Was so much.
is crazy. It almost made me want to watch the movie Battleship because like that movie's got to be nuts.
It was. Go ahead.
It feels like, I mean, remember in Willy Wonka where he's like, it's a 12-course meal and a piece of gum, and it's like, oh, I could taste the soup, and now I've got pie in my mouth. It feels like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
It was so much stimulation.
Why is there a kid here? Because we need you to feel.
I forgot about the kid.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
you
was
mean
a-
Stranger
yeah.
Things?
There was a little
Oh
deaf
no,
girl.
yeah, there was a little, the deaf girl and Stranger Things was in that. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah, well, every monster needs a child.
This
And-
one had two, and then Stranger Things' friend.
And they kind of broke apart the relationship that King Kong usually has with a lady. It's kind of like almost a hinted at romantic relationship. And then, so I've noticed I could be just like,
It feels like they're really tiptoeing around some really problematic.
and then this one kind of broke it apart because like the love is put onto the little girl, and then the lady who's like the CIA business suit,
What was she doing?
whatever she was doing, she had a couple moments where she looked at him and she was like, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, she was basically Ed Harris from Truman Show.
those are some big nibbies.
Didn't have the little beret.
On King Kong?
Yeah. There were
Oh,
a couple
yeah,
times
she
where she
would,
looked
yeah.
at him like,
Let me nibble on thems.
Yeah. There were some
Ooh, those
longing
are some big
looks.
fingers you got there.
Kong bows to no one.
He sits on Kong's face.
right on the tip of his brow. Is that the largest Kong has ever been?
It must be, right?
He was pretty big. That was a big old
Yeah, I hate to say I watched a comparison video on YouTube about it today, and yes, it's the biggest he's been.
It makes sense though. I
Even
almost thought-
bigger than Mecha Kong that exists in the Godzilla world.
Wow.
Ooh, that'd be a cool one.
We're getting out of hand with these supernormal stimuli, which is a term that I just learned.
Perfect.
I thought it was a term you just created.
No, it's.
I often wonder
wish.
how much that happens, and then she's just like, "That's a word," and I'm like, "Well, I understood it, so I guess you're right, and I'm not going to look it up because trust."
Same. It's a complicated experiment based on the plot of the movie Dogtooth. You're just replacing words with other words.
Yeah, I'm brainwashing him. Don't tell him.
Perfect. I don't know that movie, but I feel like I should watch it now.
I've seen a Dogtooth or two before.
Okay, so guys, this is a segmented podcast, and we just finished our first segment of the segments, and the second segment is the segments segment, and the first segment is plugs. So yeah, I know. What do you guys have to plug? Do you have any shows coming up that you want people to look at, or stuff that is online for people to go find and look at? Anything like that, Michael?
Sure. We've got a couple of episodes of VHS Vengeance, the movie riffing show, that are available on the Clinton Street Theater website. They have the co-videothon channel, so
Awesome.
anybody wants to check that out, just Google Clinton Street Theater, go to their video channel, and we riffed the Travolta classic "Boy in the Plastic Bubble," and
cool.
even better than that, the Kingdom of the Spiders.
The
With,
Shatner
William
classic.
Shatner.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
If you've ever
cousin.
wanted to see William Shatner wear like more denim and flannel than you ever thought possible, this movie's for you.
Yeah, and if you want to check out Forgotten Fantasies, we have a couple of episodes on our YouTube channel. Search FF the Show or Forgotten Fantasies, and you might find it. We just don't have enough subscribers to really get up there too far.
Isn't that
yet.
the fun part of YouTube, where you're just like,
Oh, yeah.
you just have to find it. You have to type in forgotten. Yeah.
It's
yeah,
all the cool like street cred of saying you're fighting against like an AI without any of the actual cool parts of doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I don't know
obscure,
Kung
but not
Fu.
not in a fun way.
I wish I knew how to please this AI a little bit better, but it doesn't.
But
seem to
we
like me.
do have the Halloween show featuring Emma. So if
Yay.
anyone
Hell
digs
yeah.
out there, they can find her.
That was so fun.
What movie was that?
It was a series of clips.
Oh yeah.
That was the show that
Yeah.
made me finally seek out and watch Slither, which I loved.
Great movie.
So
Tons
good.
of fun.
Super fun.
Yeah, every Halloween we do a best kills special, and we highlight all of our guests' favorite kills from different shows, and that's
Oh,
what
yeah.
we were doing that night.
I remember recommending one for that, but I forgot.
Oh
the kill.
yeah. Was it the Ghost Ship? Or I
Oh,
think-
Ghost Ship. Yeah,
Yeah.
the opening to Ghost
Classic.
Ship.
Yeah.
They all get,
Oh,
everybody
yeah,
gets
you know,
bisected.
Yeah.
We had actually featured that the year before or the year before that, so it didn't get in the mix, but that it is a classic.
Yeah,
Shaun
I'm
of the
glad it
Dead
got
kill.
recognized, though. Which
That
one?
was-
With it gets pulled
Yeah.
out of his stomach.
Yeah, where they bust through the window and they pull the fucking glasses guy,
Yeah, they just
Kill poor
Oh,
John.
right.
pull his arms and legs off.
they just come right off. Oh, that's great.
The
Right.
hilarious
Excellent.
Irish curmudgeon Dylan Moran, right?
Yeah,
Sounds very convincing. You're probably right.
yeah.
Mike knows,
Black
you're right.
Books, right?
There you go. That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cranky. He's cranky and funny. It's great.
Yeah, that tracks.
Sweet.
Speaking of horror and stuff, Avalon, don't you have some
Yes.
ghosty stuff?
I do. I'm a ghost hunter. No, I have a podcast which Emma, you were also on recently.
So
called-
fun. I love it.
That's what we aim for. We aim for it not to be an onerous task that people have to take part in. But it's
Doing great.
Thank you. I do what I can. But yeah, it's a podcast about ghost stories similar to the VHS Vengeance and Forgotten Fantasies, where I get my nearest and dearest funny people that I know on the show, and we kind of mercilessly rip apart ghost stories in search of one that is actually scary, which has not happened yet. So
I don't know.
Someday.
One Stops Flirting was really stuck with me.
Often based around the hometown of the guest, right?
Yes, yes. Unless that guest is from Oregon, because we have shitty ass ghost stories here. So
Or Northern California? I think we can lay that to rest as well.
it's fucking lighthouses and mines.
Boo.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Jesus Christ.
Emma?
Yes, that's me. I would like to plug my show Truth or Dare Live, which you can find every other Tuesday on twitch.tv/Truth or Dare Live at 8 p.m. Pacific. look on the Facebook for that, and you can watch old shows too. They're all saved there. And I was recently hired is not the right word because it's not. I'm not getting
it's
paid.
a podcast.
It's a podcast. I I became a member of the team that produces the podcast. What is Stuff? Along with Jake Silberman and Hunter Donaldson. Where
So cool.
yeah, it's I'm very excited. They have me. I basically just pick a topic and pick a news article attached to that topic and walk them through it, and they do most of the riffing and I do some riffing, and it's a good old time. We just released the first one, which is about multi-level marketing, an endlessly fascinating topic to me.
Your favorite topic.
My favorite topic, yeah. Yeah, I really got to nerd out about that. So that's that'll be coming out every Monday.
Hell yeah.
What is Stuff?
Fantastic. Those guys are hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. Yeah, they
Great
are
dudes.
very funny.
In fact, Hunter was on the very first episode of Forgotten Fantasies. Is that
Oh.
right?
Yeah,
Avalon?
I think
Yeah.
first or yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Going back.
That's
oh,
awesome.
Boy. Been
For-
forever.
For me, I have a little bit of news here. I have a show with Kyle Adams called Must Be Nice, and
Sorry.
we're changing the name. We're changing the name to Hot Off Depressives. And yeah, thank you. Good.
Well,
I'm
that
glad
must
that-
be nice as well.
Sorry.
Yeah. So we're
Staying
changing
on
it,
theme.
changing it to that.
Hot off depressive.
That title is the theme. So, boom, there's
There you
that. I do a podcast that's not out yet. It's about how people make money doing podcasts and trying to figure out all the ways that everybody does that. I now release the Joke Pretty segment on Tuesdays, and I do on Saturday night live video game stream with Lars Soderlund and guest called All Who Wander Are Lost, where we explore everything we can about one specific video game. Boom.
Nice.
Zach?
You can check me on. Oh, you could stop following Zach Chappell, everybody on Facebook, because I got a notification that said how many people were looking at it lately, and it bothered me.
There's a lot.
It was actually a lot. So if you could just stop following that and don't look at the videos, because I'm pretty sure Chad said the N-word in one of them.
Only one, though. Just one.
Well, now you have to watch every single one of them to find it.
Yeah. Which N-word?
Well, I'm not going to say which N-word, but I will say it was the video where we were trying to figure out if DMX was my dad.
Oh, DMX.
Sad to hear about him
Yeah,
right now.
thoughts and
Yeah.
prayers.
You gotta get
thoughts and
your-
prayers of DMX.
You got to get your license plate, RIP DMX.
Oh, I totally would.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Just get it ahead of time and be like, I know what's going to happen. I know.
Eventually.
I'll just send it to him to sign it.
My buddy Blake out of California legit has RIPODB.
Wow.
Nice.
California.
Oh,
That's great.
I love it.
That's
That's sweet.
when did he get it?
Oh, a long time ago. He might have still been alive and he was getting ahead of the game.
It's funny if you got it just a couple weeks
this
ago.
will be appropriate soon enough.
It was just available. All right. Okay. Guess that works. Cool. Next segment we're going to get to in our segments. Segment is show and talent segment. So if you have an item around you that you can show for a show and tell and be like, hey, here's this. This is neat. Here's why I have it. Cool. If not, you can do a talent. People have done that. It's been cool also. So anybody want to go first?
I'll go first.
Yeah.
I have another plant. Yay.
Fuck yeah. Dude, this one's so cool.
Yay. New plant.
The leaves are great.
Yeah, welcome our newest, one of our newest members of the house plant residency program. It is a prayer plant.
Ooh, what is that? A calathea?
I don't know. It's called a prayer plant. That's all I know about it.
Yeah. Those things are great.
It's got really cool leaves, and I hope I don't kill it.
You looking that up?
I got it from a lady who
say a
was selling
prayer for the
plants
plant.
outside of her
prayer
garage, and it was great. Prayer plant, stripy
I was trying to
leaves.
spell Calafea.
Got some pink business.
Oh no, it's a Maranta Lucan.
Excuse me?
Yeah. No, just say what it says right there.
Say it with confidence.
Maranta Lucan.
Yeah.
You want to try to read
That's
it?
what it says.
It's one of the Sex and the
Ranta
City ladies.
Luconura.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, if we say it one more time, we'll summon the devil.
Good plant.
Perfect.
The end.
That was yours. Oh, dude.
Oh, it's native to Brazilian tropical forests.
I hope that people can get on board with this as much as me. I have this item right here is a fucking shoehorn.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's got the.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's a.
Oh, the bendy.
It's got the bendy. It is great. I haven't used a shoehorn since I was like a kid, and now I got a long one, and I'm not bending over and going like, oh my back. Oh, dude. It's great.
The thing about a shoehorn or a back scratcher is you have to have like a failing adult spine to really appreciate them.
Yeah, I got a back scratcher right over there.
How those things fucking kick ass.
Yep.
I've got none. I just have to rub up against the door frame.
Like a bear.
Yeah, like a bear. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like what's his name? Baloo.
It works. It works.
I've actually got an extra.
Yes.
So I've got one for you.
Dude,
Yes!
And they're kind of fun because you can just
Oh, you're like General
slip
Grievous.
them down into your sleeves and.
Love it.
Perfect. We can give each other tiny high fives.
Clack.
Tiny little stiff hand jobs.
It's just a whole thing.
Making love connections on this show.
You need both of them, so we'll have to take turns.
Well, it's like a teamwork thing.
And then you toss the salad.
I love
That's
the
less
order
of
of things in your
it's
house.
less of a salad toss. It's more of a goatsy, but okay, sure.
Tossing a
you.
lot of salad. Nice.
Zach, what do you got for show and tell?
All right, so this is a pretty cool little necklace thingamajiggy that I got. Can I see it on
What's the
camera
thing? I'll hold it.
Okay.
That looks haunted.
It does look haunted.
It is possibly haunted.
Mhm.
I got that at the Oregon Country Fair and I was just taking some mushrooms.
This
and
most
when I
recent
went to go- no,
Okay.
it was probably like 5 years ago. And right when I
you
pulled
woke
out my
up?
money, I realized that my mushrooms had kicked in.
Uh-oh.
And I was like, oh no, what is... So I just did one of those like mushroom things where you just put your money on your hand like this. Help me.
What is
I don't
this?
know what this
Probably
Bone?
super used to that there.
This looks like bone, right?
I think it's
Bone
probably
arrowhead?
just like
Yeah.
made to look like it.
And what is that? Glass? Plastic?
Fucking crystal, dude.
Sick.
Crystal arrowhead.
You ever kill anyone with this thing?
Oh, is that what
Wouldn't
it's red?
you like to know?
I would. That's why I'm asking.
It used to be white.
Yeah, actually, I killed Joe Biden. That's the one that we're seeing right now. Is
I don't
secretly
think you're allowed to say that. Well, actually, if it's
robot.
past tense, it's not a crime because he's still alive. It's like Double Jeopardy. Have you seen that movie?
allegedly still alive.
Yep.
There we go.
My sources have been telling me that everything we're seeing is just CGIs.
Oh, are the birds creating holograms?
Birdemic in real life?
Something like that.
Do you want to
We're all
have
just in Kong's Truman Show.
before we get to their show and tell? Do you want to have our guest pick a tone real quick?
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Okay.
They're gonna have to agree on one.
Yeah. I need you both to agree on a number between 00 and 87, please.
74.
Mike, do you
Sure.
agree with that? Great.
Love it.
That was easy. Let's see what you've done.
Ooh, we're
That's
going
great.
to church.
Cool.
That's some good stuff. What do you guys have for show and tell or show and talent?
Love it.
Oh boy. Now I have a really unimpressive show and tell
Hell yeah.
that makes me very happy.
Did you see my shoehorn?
Oh, just you. Your shoehorn is going to make my show and tell look like a thing that's less impressive than a shoehorn. Real good at metaphors. So I was trying to buy a cake recently, and I needed buttermilk for that, and so I went into the friggy area to look for like little cardboard things of buttermilk, and I found this buttermilk.
Oh,
Oh, I'm so excited.
And
wow.
It's
It
so
is-
small and
It's like
you
a-
look so giant.
It's like a miniature gallon of milk.
Yeah, it is a gallon of milk that holds, I think, like a little bit less than a liter.
That's great.
And it's the dumbest thing in the world, but every time I go to like put buttermilk in something, I'm just like, fee, fi, fo, fum. It's great. I love it.
You should have a picture that says, meanwhile, in another large place.
You check my Instagram feed tomorrow.
I want to mention that really fast. That's a super fascinating, amazing, fun thing that's really simple and super awesome that you do, and it's just really cool to look at, like all these little not alien worlds that you find. So cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's like like anxiety-based escapism from my childhood, but ever since I was a kid, I loved looking at things that are tiny but look like big places and imagining the little tiny things that happen in them. And now I do that and take pictures and post them on Instagram.
It's great.
They're lovely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
I do it again.
Michael, do you have a show and tell here?
I do. They're both kind of show and tells together. So I wanted to give you an option. Do we go with my best movie connection from our shows, or do we go psychic abilities from the past?
What the
Can
fuck?
we have both? I want both.
I mean, yeah, we're going to be pushing it real fast later, but I want to hear both.
Mike's going to blow up our heads like scanners.
Okay. I'm not going to
So
look.
we'll
Zach,
start with the
you
movie
stare at him.
swag.
Oh yeah, this
So
is so
one of
cool.
my favorite movies we had ever done on VHS Vengeance was called Empire of the Dark, starring Steve Barkett, and directed by and written by, and it was filmed on his mom's property. And it is just a fantastic 80s action, bad good film. I embraced it completely and loved it so much, and featured it in clips on Forgotten Fantasies as well, that our co-host Aaron actually made me this mug with Steve Barkett's face on it.
It's so good.
Kind of dark. Can you see it at all?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was so excited about it when I received it. I posted a picture of it on Instagram, tagging it Steve motherfucking Barkett and Empire of the Dark. And his daughter saw those tags and reached out to me and asked if we could give her a coffee cup similar that she would like to present to her dad. And so we did that. And in return, she sent us a selection of DVDs
Oh.
and a signed poster by Steve motherfucking Barkett. There's his
Oh,
name
yeah,
right
dude.
there.
Empire of the Dark.
Yeah. And she's hoping to come out here after COVID, and we're talking about maybe trying to do a film with them out here, have them come host something. So that'd be really, really neat.
That's so
Wow.
cool.
That is easily the best connection we've ever gotten through the show.
That's super cool.
And then on the psychic side, back when I was about 19 years old, 1990 or so, I was living in Reno, and I was managing a Subway, making $6 an hour, and all my roommates were women working phone sex out of the house, and they made great money. And so I thought I would like to do something similar to find a better avenue of income, but they weren't hiring guys for that gig. So I applied to be a telephone psychic. And to this day, I still have my application from 1990. So I thought I'd just read off a couple of the fun points from the application.
Yes.
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 All right. Line requirements. Never answer with just hello. When your phone rings, you will answer it, hello, welcome to your psychic advisor. My name is Michael, and I'm going to do a reading for you today using tarot cards, or astrology, or runestones, or sensing your energy, whatever method's best for you. May I have your age and date of birth?
Full
please?
service.
And then it goes on to explain how to keep them on the line. Tell the caller I'm going to focus on you and your questions right now and do a general reading for you. When I am done, we can talk about some specific questions you may have. So you hit them with a bunch of information because they're getting charged by the minute. And then at the bottom, it does have suggested reading, tarot in 10 minutes, and the new astrology. And then on the call extension tips, Establish your credibility as a psychic reader. Be confident in the method of reading you choose to do. Be firm in your statements and do not admit to not knowing the answer. Instead, tell the caller the cards, stones, crystals, or energy aren't focusing clearly on that item, person, subject, etc., and that you will concentrate on that during the reading and try to refocus on it after a few more questions. Then the last fun thing to point out is right here is where you have to go get a notary to establish that you believe you do have psychic abilities in the underlying categories.
Just so it's all legit on the up and up.
A notary that you believe it. Okay.
Yes. Proficiencies, circle all that apply. Clairvoyance, tarot, astrology, runes, I Ching. And then there is a section for you to fill in other psychic abilities.
Is this for like liability purposes?
Yeah, I think it's so they can only sue me, the guy on the phone, and not the company.
It's
He
in
said
case
he was
you
psychic.
It's in case you actually do predict something.
Oh my god.
Oh,
You're going
that's
to be
great.
very angry when you get your phone bill.
Okay, that was a great show and tell. No talent in this portion, but hey.
I mean, Michael's
these were-
psychic.
What's my
you know what?
psychic
I'm
ability?
sorry. That was great talent. My bad. Okay.
I drank all of this tiny buttermilk.
That's incredible.
I hear you puke if you drink one
Yeah,
of those
that
whole
stuff
things.
does not go down easy.
I have to go.
Okay, so we're gonna have to go really fast now. This is happening. So we're gonna get into this segment called Old Shit, which is you read one of your old jokes, and we'll go over it if we feel like it. But I mean, we're going fast now, so I'm gonna go first real quick. A little Mexican kid introduced himself as Cuatro. The parents will name their kids anything these days. That's it. I was talking to Emma about that earlier. I think it stemmed from me hearing little Mexican kids saying how old he was in Spanish. And then I was like, that's funny. Okay. He said he's Cuatro. All right. Cool. I'm winning so far out of all of this. At the top. Zach, you want to go quick? First? Next, I mean?
Yeah, this goes, I like having cigarettes because it's 20 things I can get. It's 20 opportunities I can have for someone to do something for me. Like to use them to haggle in all the wrong spots. Like when I'm at Taco Bell, they're like $5. How about I give you $3 and 4 cigarettes?
That's good.
And I got excited over a lost can of tuna.
Like you found a can of tuna?
Yeah. I don't know. This was a long time ago. The first line on this page is being broke.
Okay.
Trying to do poor material.
That was Emma.
Okay,
one.
here's a quick one.
Okay.
I have this cyst that keeps coming back. Talk about persistence.
Ooh, that's good. I mean, that's good for
Gross.
this segment.
Yeah, well, you said keep it fast.
Yeah, very nice. Michael.
Wait,
or
there's a
Avalon?
note that says anal phase versus anime phase. Okay, go on.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I rather than like treat you all to my like aggressively rusty bits from like 4 years ago, I think is the last time I actually did stand up at this point. I figured I would just give you like one or two of my my old I look likes that I used to lean on real hard.
Oh, fun.
Which is probably perfect for an audio medium. But you know, in the introductory portion, I would just have like, for example, I look like the answer to a question about the Decemberists. Or alternately, the thinking man's Jack Black.
Those are both great.
Thank you.
Michael?
That's all you get.
Okay. I don't have any jokes about what I look like, but I did dig something up from also 4 years ago. So, and this was when I was really going, I thought we wanted stuff that we didn't like or didn't think worked exactly. So this is one I never even tried on stage because I just don't like talking about my dick. So my knee's been hurting a bit, and I tried some CBD cream on it, and it made the pain go away and made my knee feel great. So I thought, what the hell? I'll go ahead and see if it makes my dick feel great. So I jerked off with it, and you know what? It did. It felt fantastic. Only now my dick's down walking in Peru for a year trying to find itself. And that's the quick version. The actual real version was like 4 paragraphs because I'm very wordy. So I was trying to break it down and make it faster.
Nice. I appreciate that.
I love it.
Emma, I believe it's time.
Is
Speaking
it time?
of time, yes, it is.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
There are top 3 items in a category which I have selected before the show, and that's all right.
I get it. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm not
Do they
used
have
to
to be real?
Oh, no, sorry.
doing it under this pressure. Chad Johnson,
Mike,
you're up
use
first.
your psychic abilities.
Chad, you're up first. The topic is top 3 things you miss about movie theaters. Chad, go.
Top 3 things I miss about movie theaters is watching movies watching comedy movies with other people around me because they laugh too. That's great.
Okay. Number 2, go.
Number 2, taking my shoes off in public.
Oh God, really?
I take my shoes off and then I just set my feet on top of my shoes.
Oh my
That's something
God.
that I totally do.
I have learned something new
He
tonight.
only watches movies on airplanes.
Candy.
You're gonna say on top of the seat in front of you.
No, I wouldn't do that. I'm not a maniac.
Candy is your third choice?
Or no, using my scowls at people. Dark scowls.
Yeah.
Hey,
Dark scowls.
Stop it. Stop
Yeah.
making a lot of noise.
Okay.
mine.
All right. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Chappell, your first pick.
First pick's gonna be drinking way too much soda.
Too much
I'll easily get
soda.
the biggest ones will get a refill.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta.
way too much.
All right. Your second pick.
Second pick is farting into the soft seats, just adding into the collections.
Mm-hmm.
Fart party.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah. And your third pick,
Party.
please.
My third pick. Oh, when you're at the end of a movie and people start getting up and leaving, you're like, those fools. They don't even know if there's going to be something at the end of the credits. They're going to miss out on all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Speaking of
my
farting,
God.
into,
Did you
speaking
guys
of
hear
farting
that?
into cushions.
Oh. Well, now we have to throw that couch away. Okay. Who wants to go first?
Now, I literally, when you said things you miss about movies, the first thing within the split second that popped into my head was just, breathing in everybody else's fucking farts. So that's number 1.
Okay.
Generalized stickiness, like non-localized stickiness everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. Great choice.
And then watching a date fall apart because somebody spends the entire time looking at their phone and then alternately looking up and be like, I don't understand what's happening.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's like you get 2 movies for the price of 1.
Mm-hmm.
Great. And
Love
then you follow
it.
them out to the lobby and watch them fight more. Mm-hmm.
Well, after show. All right, Mike, you're up.
Okay. Well, I think one of the things I miss most is going and watching a matinee film and then walking back out into the bright sunlight. And it's almost like you have a second day that you just earned.
Yes,
true.
great choice. That's the best.
Then for number 2, I'm going retro. I'm going to tell you one of my favorite things as a kid to get when I was at the movie
Love
theater.
it.
I'd get myself a big ass Sprite and a bunch of red vines, bite the tips
Yes.
off of a red vine,
Red
and
vine
then you
straw.
got yourself a red vine straw.
Yep.
And that is just a stone cold classic. And
Truly.
the third is just going and hanging out with all of my good friends like you guys. I
Aw.
haven't been in a theater with
I know.
anybody in over a year, and it is killing me.
Yeah.
And just this week, I told Avalon it was the thing I was missing more than anything else during this pandemic. And he told me I was a dumbass.
I laughed
Aw.
at you for 4 minutes.
That's so sweet. Yeah, we were trying to look into the price of renting out a theater, and the
Oh, we
one
were
that was-
talking about that.
Well,
Yeah.
let's fucking do it because we're
Yeah.
down. I don't know if anywhere here is doing. Actually, no, there is a place here that's doing it. So yeah, we'll talk offline about that.
We'll
But,
compare rates, yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. Great top 3, everybody. The end.
Awesome.
Yay. Oh, record scratch.
Whoa.
Oop.
Nailed it.
Oh.
Okay. Just kidding.
That's
It's
it.
not over. It's not over yet because I too have written down my top 3 of items in the category of things you miss the most about movie theaters, and I will be awarding points based on who scored the same as or somewhat similar in spirit to what I have written down.
You sneaky family feuding us?
Maybe a little bit,
Damn it.
a little tiny bit.
Come on, farts.
Yeah, you might score. Who knows? Number 1. My first choice was acceptable excessive snacking. You eat for 2 hours straight, and everyone's like, "Hell yeah, we're all eating for 2 hours straight." We got a few points on this one. That's Zach. Zach gets a point for too much soda. Avalon's getting a point. I'm giving you a point for breathing in farts.
Yes,
Which
that's
is
a
like
kind of snacking.
Yeah, it's a form of snacking.
It's devouring the ghost of food.
Yes.
Like
The LaCroix of burritos.
and Mike, of course, you're getting 2 points for that red vine straw. Red va. Is what
Oh
they
yeah,
call
you
that
got
now.
soda and candy. That's one.
Exactly, and it's just so innovative, and it made me instantly want that in my life, even though I would probably hate it. Okay.
Same.
My second pick is getting super high and looking at a really big screen.
Oh,
Yeah.
How did I forget about getting
I can't
high?
believe no one talked about getting high at the movie theater. Y'all have not been doing it right. If you haven't gotten high first, I recommend.
Yeah, I will actually leave the theater to smoke more and come back in slow portions sometimes.
For sure. That's the way to do it.
I just assumed you were
Much like in
farting.
Reno, I used to walk out to go get shots at the bars next door all the time.
Oh my god, that's brilliant. I'm gonna give a point to Chad. You're getting a point for comedy because you got to get really high before a comedy. That's just part of it. Zach, no point. Sorry.
That's right.
Avalon, I'm gonna give you a point for the bad date voyeurism because that's a high all in its own.
Oh yeah, the sweetest high.
And Mike, you're getting a point for bringing your friends because I wrote down buds, which is a weed word. And number 3, righteous anger. Chad, you nailed this one on the head. Scowling at people with full validity. It's great. I love it. I love shushing strangers. I really do. I think that's about it. For oh no, Avalon, you're gonna get a point for stickiness
Thank you.
because you do.
Not
Okay.
the first time he's heard that.
Yeah.
I am very adhesive.
Let's toss out some extra points here. Mike, point for matinee because goddamn, I miss that feeling of the second day. And I'm gonna give Zach a point, as much as I hate to do it, for fart party. Farting in the seat.
Thank
Okay.
you. I farted 3 times since I said that.
Great job. Wow, we've got quite a tie here. In second place with an entire 2 points, it is Zach Chappell, everybody.
Yay.
Which
Number
means
2.
in first place, tied 3 ways with 3 points apiece. It's Chad Johnson, Avalon Leonetti, and Michael Garcia.
Yeah.
So do we fight or is it like a fart?
We just high five.
Yeah.
You guys
Okay,
have to
good,
fuck
good,
to
okay.
the death.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Give me those
We
back
can-
scratchers.
Do that offline too.
Awesome.
This is
What?
nothing. Go ahead.
What?
No,
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's the whole thing. So, what?
nothing.
Okay. So, hey, have you guys heard of the game show on television called Jeopardy?
Yeah, the one with famous host Ken Jennings.
Sure. Yeah, Burn in Hell, Alex Trebek. But what we play here is a game called Jokepardy, and that it's a comedy trivia game. And to start off with, it'll make sense as we go along. I'll introduce things as we do it. I got some categories, but first I need everybody's buzz-in noise. Zach, what's your buzz-in noise?
Bing Bong.
Bing Bong. Emma?
Bud Zinga.
Bud Zinga. Avalon.
Ooh.
I like it. Michael?
I will go with King Kong to go along with his Bing Bong.
King
Nice.
Kong.
Ooh.
Very nice. So I'm going to just hammer out these categories because we're just going to fire through it. What?
Go ahead.
Oh, so many reactions. I'm going to just go.
It's so stressful.
Yeah, that's the whole fucking point. I'm going to go through
We're putting the
these.
chaos back in Podchaost.
Yeah.
All right, go. Let's go.
Go through these categories. And so this category is called album titties. I'm going to give you the title of a comedy album, and you guys are going to buzz in and tell me the name of the comedian with the album. Ready? Here we go. You might be a redneck if...
Bing Bong.
Zach.
That's going to be Jeff Foxworthy.
It is Jeff Foxworthy. Very good. Yes?
Oh, nothing. I just go ahead.
Okay. So the next album titties, next title is Stark Raving Black. Three, two.
Bing Bong.
Zach?
Is that Tiffany Haddish?
Nope, it's Lewis Black. Next one is Skanks for the Memories.
Oh, Bud Zinga.
Emma.
Big J Okerson.
No.
Dang.
Skanks for the Memories. 3, 2, 1. Dave Attell is that one. This next category is called Mike Lindsay, the Mike Lindsay category, and it's Jane Malone's What a Card. And I will pull up, Jane Malone's cards that she makes?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to pull up 3 of those, and I'm going to read the quote, and you guys buzz in and tell me the comedian whose card it is. Ready? Cool.
Jesus.
Yeah. So this is a Portland comedian, and the quote is, "I had minor back surgery recently. They had to make an incision at the base of my neck to remove my entire life savings."
Ooh.
King Kong.
Michael, he started buzzing
that
in.
was that was me.
That was
Damn
a
it,
Michael Garcia. All right.
I knew that one. I just forgot my buzzing noise.
Oh,
Gotta remember the buzzing noise. That'll get you. Okay, so here is the next quote. This is also a Portland comedian. The quote is, "Queer is my preferred term. I don't like bisexual because I think it's too limited. And I don't like pansexual because I look like a person who would try to fuck a Pizza Hut." Three, two,
Bud Zinga.
Emma.
Jenna Vesper.
Nope.
She has a
Michael.
joke about being pan.
Kyle Adams.
No.
Bing Bong.
Zach.
Is that gonna be?
I'm gonna shit my pants. I'm gonna freak out. No, Jamie Carbone.
He
That
does
was
look like a
literally my
pizza.
second guess.
Okay, here is the third one. Yes, blank is my real name, and I think it's a pretty solid one. Just last year, it was rated best in its class by J.D. Power and Associates. I mean, it could be worse. Just ask my little brother. Town car.
Ooh.
Avalon.
That would be me.
Yes, Avalon, the Toyota Avalon, very nice car. Okay, so
Car.
this next category is called Name That Comic. I'm going to give some trivia. You guys can totally interrupt me and just buzz in and name the comic. Here we go. Born in 1963, this comedian is a close personal friend of contemporary comedian Lewis Black, despite their dissimilar political views, background, and comedic material. His hometown of Pawnee City, Nebraska, named a street after him, and this comedian's name is Dan Whitney.
Bing
Bud
Bong.
Zinga.
Zach.
It's gonna be Larry the Cable Guy.
Larry the Cable Guy is correct. Nice. I thought
You
you might
learned-
get a point for that.
Learn something new every day.
There we go. Hopefully okay.
Yeah, I got him.
Okay. Here we go. So next one is born in 1965. This comedian is best known for his television role as Doug Heffernan. This comedian's name is Kevin
Bing
George Knipfling. Zach.
Kevin James.
Kevin James is correct.
The King of Queens, baby.
And the third one here, born in 1935, this comedian is an American director, writer, actor, and comedian whose career spans more than 6 decades. This comedian's name is Alan Stewart Königsberg currently holds the record for most Academy Award nominations. Best Original Screenplay with 16 nominations and 3 wins, including Annie Hall, Hannah and Her Sisters. Emma.
Woody Allen.
Woody Allen is correct. Wow, you're so into this. That's really fun.
I'm going to say that I didn't buzz in there out of protest.
I was too busy laughing.
It's great. Next,
like halfway through, I was like, "Is he gonna go there?" Yeah, he went there.
Oh, we just hit 1 hour. I don't even know what to do at this point. I think. Well, we'll we'll go over and adjust for time the next time. Yes.
Nothing.
Okay. All right. So this next category is called Hedberg, Youngman, or Dangerfield. Comedians Mitch Hedberg, Henny Youngman, and Rodney Dangerfield are one-liner comedians, and I'm going to read a one-liner, and you guys buzz in and tell me which comedian it is. Ready? Last time I called shotgun, we had rented a limo.
Badzinga.
Emma.
Dangerfield.
Nope.
Bing bong.
Zach.
Youngman?
Nope.
Damn.
Avalon.
Do I get a point for, is it Hedberg?
Yes, you do get a point.
Oh,
And it is Hedberg.
Technicality, yes.
All right, here's
I've
the next.
I've gotten plenty of points in this category that way.
Here's the next one. I was so ugly when I was born, the doctor slapped my mother.
King Kong.
Badzinga.
Michael.
Dangerfield.
No.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Badzinga.
Emma.
Youngman.
Yes, Henny Youngman is correct. All right, this next one is, I have 3 kids, 1 of each.
Badzinga.
Emma.
Youngman.
No.
Okay.
Bing bong.
Zach.
Rodney Dangerfield?
Yes. All right, this next one is, during the Civil War, my great uncle fought for the West.
Badzinga.
Emma.
Dangerfield.
Yes, that is correct. This next one, if you're a fish and you want to become a fish stick, you have to have very good posture.
Badzinga.
Emma.
Mitch Hedberg.
Mitch Hedberg. After I read so many Mitch Hedberg jokes, I go, he has a lot of misses. This last one,
speaking of Hedberg's misses, I was serving him as a waiter in the late 90s at a casino I was working at while his girlfriend broke up with him at the table.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
What was his reaction?
And it was like he cried. It was going on for like 3 hours, and all they did was drink coffee, and I didn't know who he was yet. He was headlining the show at the theater in the casino.
Oh,
But I had
wow.
no idea who he was as a comedian yet. And I just was trying to rush them out because they were keeping me from making tips off the table. She was
wow.
really, really mean.
Oh, man.
Did they tip that good?
No, dude, they didn't tip anything.
Wow.
No, man. No, oh, Jesus, man. Talent never
Mitch
tips
Hedberg.
at casinos. Yeah.
That's
Brutal.
I didn't care for him for the longest time just from that interaction.
All right, we've got one
But he
last.
found another woman that married him and loved him later, so that's all good.
That's very nice. We got one last one-liner here, and then one category after this. The one-liner is, a doctor gave a man 6 months to live. The man couldn't pay his bill, so he gave him another 6 months.
Badzinga.
Emma.
Youngman.
Henny Youngman, correct. Okay,
Nice.
5-point opportunity in this category, and the category is, oh, that's racish. Ready? Okay. I don't have to wait for someone to, yeah, okay. In leaked emails from studio execs, what 2-time Oscar winner should not be cast? What? Oh, that said, sorry. What 2-time Oscar winner should not be cast in films that will get play overseas because he is black? It said that in the leaked email. Sorry, I wrote it wrong.
Denzel Washington? Or King Kong?
Was gonna
Wait.
Yes, it was multiple choice, but Denzel Washington is correct.
Nice.
Sorry.
Oh no, that's totally fine. This next one, these next two are also multiple choice, so here we go. In which movie of the franchise does Brian Spilner say, "I'll have the tuna, no crust," which started a trend of sandwich shops making this in available order? Was it The Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift,
Bing
Fast
bong.
and Furious, Fast 5, Fast and Furious 6, Furious 7, or The Fate of the Furious? Zach?
Fast and the Furious?
Yes, the first one. Yeah. Awesome. Very nice.
As he goes, it's warm.
I don't know.
Something like that.
What country had a reporter in a post-rugby game interview say, referring to a Japanese player who won for his team, he was lily impressive, wasn't he? He was lily good. Yeah, this really happened not too long ago.
God.
Was it Australia, New Zealand, the United States, or Japan? Last one's kind of a joke. But fine, put it in there. Avalon.
It has to be Australia.
No. I thought it
Really?
was. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Bing Bong.
It's on an Australian website. Zach.
Was it New Zealand?
Yeah. Kind of gave it away at the end, but
Yeah.
Just
That's crazy. You always think that they're progressive and all that.
Yeah. No.
But then in England a few years ago, they were throwing bananas on the soccer fields of black players.
Fucking Jesus.
Yeah.
That is racish. Absolutely.
I'd say that one.
No, that's full on.
straight up,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's 100%. Okay, do we have any ties here?
No.
No ties. Okay. Then the tie category is going to be saved and closed. Because that is Jokepardy. And oops. There we go. Yeah. Let's get these totals for the points here. Is that, what's this one? A 1? Or is that a 2? That's a 2. Very nice. Ooh, there's... All right. In third place, we have a tie for third place here. We have Avalon and Michael. Hell yeah. That's perfect. The guest
Well, you see,
tie.
we found our jokes watching 40-year-old cable access videos. I didn't know any of those albums.
And in second place, Emma Jonas. Yeah.
Gotta keep up some music.
Yeah, and in first place, is this, how many times has this happened? I think once before.
This is my second time.
Once before.
I can't
Zach
find it.
Chappell
We
taking
are the
win.
champions.
Yeah, you can't play it. This is going on YouTube. You can't do that.
I'm doing
You
a
can
sound
sing
alike.
it. Yeah, no, sing
Good job,
it.
Zach.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
very nice.
Good job, Emma.
Very good.
Thanks.
Very great. Killed it.
Wow.
Thank you.
That was great. That's been Jokepardy. Hell yeah. Awesome. Let's get to some. Zach, do you have some conspiracy business?
Yeah, we kind of touched on it earlier, but we're going to talk about the Hollow Earth. I was trying to figure out, because it's an actual theory that people are coming up with, but it's essentially just some late 18th century fake news in a way. They're just spreading fun stories, because people have always been obsessed with what's on the center of the Earth as far back as humans have gone. Think about
Journey to the
hell.
center of the earth.
Even before that, with like way back, with thinking about hell and thinking about where people
Oh,
go
yeah,
when they
hell.
die and just all that type of stuff.
I'm like
Yeah.
cave people.
Really, like the first time you dig up a dinosaur bone, you're like, what the fuck else is down there?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was 3 or 4 years old, my friend and I were trying to dig our own bat cave with spoons in the side of a hill, and our plan was to make benches and furnitures out of the out of the dinosaur bones we would find during the process.
Oh, that would have been such a cool
Brilliant.
throne. Fucking,
It's a
that
great
was
plan.
probably the
Just
vision
like
in your
Kong down in center
Yeah.
Earth.
head. Yeah. Such a cool throne I'm gonna have later today after we're done building with his spoons, digging. What's this, Zach?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's about it. I'll show you guys the picture, but I'm not set up for screen sharing. But it has this is where the entrance is in the South Pole. This is an example of like how the crust would be with the Earth at the center, entrance to the North Pole. So essentially, King Kong would have gone. He went in through the South Pole, probably landed around here. Actually, probably like right here, and that's where he jumped from one
There's
to
just-
the other.
There's just like a floating Pangea
This one.
in the
Yeah,
middle
yeah.
of the earth.
Isn't that pretty
Yeah.
crazy?
That's
Sure.
what's going on there.
And that's why he could see from, because he is probably like right around here is where that happened, because down in this area is
Oh
where
yeah, where the mountains.
Yeah, he was
touch.
looking from Japan to.
yeah, so then Japan would be like right around in this area.
Yes, Avalon.
So is this where Atlantis like sank to?
No, Michael, you idiot. That's a different thing.
That's totally different, Michael, you idiot.
At what
I don't
point?
know. Godzilla King of Monsters kind of pointed that way.
At what point do they encounter like the super intelligent Nazis that are down there? That's part of it, right?
Oh, no, actually, that is. I was listening to a podcast about it, and it's like, yeah, all of these theories always boil back to, oh, look, there happens to be some blonde white people,
Yeah.
tall, beautiful white people, the
Yeah.
super race in the middle. Yeah. So take it for
Wasn't-
what it is.
Yeah.
Not take a pee. You have to go into it as like, man, this would be kind of crazy if it was true, and then accept the conspiracy theory that way. But
the thing that is
most of them.
Yeah.
The thing that is craziest to me about this is not the idea of the hollow earth, because that's true, as we all know.
For sure.
It's the fact that the aperture was big enough for a guy to like fly like a World War II biplane in there, which was one of the ways that, I found this whole thing and I flew my plane in there.
That's what you do when you find a big hole.
Yeah, fly your plane
Fly a
in.
plane into it.
Because they're so maneuverable.
That's what happened to Amelia Earhart.
Yeah, she just went into the hollow earth.
Kong got her.
Became an Aryan princess.
Kong loves ladies.
That tracks.
Oh yeah.
But he hates airplanes.
Oh God! So,
Especially biplanes.
He probably thought the airplane was attacking the lady. It was like,
it's a real Sophie's choice there.
It's like, ma'am, can you sit on my face, please?
I'm glad we came full circle with that.
Oh, me too. I always like the structure to happen. It's great.
I always wanted to just get some hollow earthers in the same room with some flat earthers and let them just fight it out.
They would come to an agreement that Earth is one big pupusa.
Ooh, a delicious pupusa Earth.
It's flat and hollow on the inside.
That would be like one of those, like, that's how we get COVID. Like the bat flu infects the pig flu. And then they would come up with a conspiracy theory. It's like the moon is actually made out of like a thin jelly that wants your children's blood.
Are you saying it's not?
Oh, no. I'm just saying that's how that happened.
Okay. Well, that tracks.
But we know it to be true, of course.
So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Cool. So since the late 17th century?
Yeah, roundabouts.
So is that why we call big collections of garbage a landfill, because it's going into the hollow earth and just filling it up?
Ooh, probably.
Okay.
That's why it seems to just not actually build up, and we can just keep throwing stuff away forever and ever and ever, and it just keeps going somewhere. We don't have to worry about it.
Well, thank Jesus for the hollow earth.
Seems like the earth is getting bigger because we're putting more trash inside of it, and so that's what we're getting. We're getting a little bit closer to the sun, and that's what's making it warmer.
Look, what do you believe? What this next article I have pulled up is the expanding Earth or growing Earth hypothesis asserts that the position and relative movement of continents is at least partially due to the volume of Earth increasing.
Wow, there you go.
Garbage. Too much garbage.
Internet confirmed.
There's those inner Earth turtles that were fucking up.
You know when you're like having fun laughing at something dumb, and then the thing that comes up after that is so much more exponentially dumber that it makes you sad.
That's
how you get clowns.
Yep, that's how I feel now.
They do have little figures
clones
on here that are like, here's what the Earth was like in this year, and here's what it's gonna be like by the time we're at what's that last year?
Yeah, this is done in. Wait, what year was the World War II?
Well, that would explain why Kong keeps getting bigger year by year.
Sure.
Oh, because he's full of garbage.
What year was World War II?
What year was World War II? 1933.
Was it around 1933s?
That's what that says.
No, I'm just saying this theory came out of Germany in 1933. So is it another Nazi thing? The Nazis
That
come
actually,
back to.
So the war broke out in 39, but 33 was the year that Hitler took power. So,
and that's when the expanding Earth theory started.
And yeah, he was just throwing a bunch of like whatever he could just throw ideas at.
Oh,
They
he
wanted
was
to-
Tried time travel and
he
shit.
was He was like Q1.
yeah, they wanted to like drain the Mediterranean and stuff. Maybe that's why the Earth is getting bigger, filling it up with a sea.
How fun
Yeah,
would
for
that be?
like farming land. And it's like
Drain
that's
the
not how
Mediterranean, drain the
works.
swamp.
So not
like-
how it works.
Below the water table, it would just refill. Anyway,
Yeah.
Just comes up out of the ground.
yeah.
That's what happens. Yeah. But we dug it out.
Ding dongs.
Dig more of it.
So much for the superior race. Jeez.
It turns out physics is really hard. Yeah.
Should just build a river. That's what they're good at. Just build one. Make one. Dorks. That's what I call Nazis. You fucking dorks. What are you guys doing?
You fucking weirdos.
Just make them feel stupid.
Love it.
You nerds.
Stupid, but like stupid, like not like you're not calling them idiots. You're calling them like dorks, like they're stupid, like children, which is I would imagine psychologically worse for them.
Yeah, it's like you were built wrong and you're choosing to keep being stupid. Fucking dork. Get out of here. Dipshit. Actually, dipshit's a really fun one.
That's
I would
a-
like a shirt that says "You were built wrong and you continue to keep being stupid."
Yeah. I'll put that on a shirt. I'll
yeah, succinct.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Am wrong. So yeah, that's C words with Zach. That's what we call that segment. C words with Zach. And this last segment here is plugs, social plugs, part 2. So just where can people follow you guys? Where can they find you in your tiny worlds or your colorful cyber virtual reality like treadmill thing that is just, it's so cool.
Do you want to go first? All right. So you can check out our shows and links on our website, fftheshow.com. We've also got FF the Show on Instagram and Facebook, as well as VHS Vengeance on both those platforms.
Hell yeah.
Cool. And yeah, you can find my podcast at wherever fine podcasts are sold and traded. It is called Boo Ha Ha. You can also follow it on Instagram and Twitter, though there's not a lot of stuff going on there, but it's at Boo Ha Ha Pod. And you can also email us at boohahapod@gmail.com. And also just me personally, you can just follow on Instagram. I'm that Avalon.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Emma?
End of shill.
Great chilling. I'm on Twitter at The Last Uterus and Instagram at Emma Pace J, and follow Truth or Dare live on Instagram to see all the lineups and stuff.
Mm-hmm. The Podchaost. Type that into Google. It works. That's all you need to do. On your social media thing, just type in my name.
Oh yeah, you can. I'm Zach from the internet on Instagram. Like I said before, stop looking up Zach Chappell, everybody, and yeah, I guess that's about it. You can catch me hustling these streets. I'm slinging dime bags to kids outside of school now that the school's back in session. So
Nice.
Hell yeah.
yeah, that's where you find me. Masks on, of course.
Yeah. Safe.
Safety first.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, and snorkeling goggles, just to avoid facial recognition.
Smart.
Sand snorkeling goggles.
Oh, and snorkeling goggles.
Okay. My bad. Sweet. That was everybody, right? Yeah. Leo, do you have anything to plug other than your butt with your tongue?
Plug his butt.
Yeah, maybe I'm. Yeah, thank you for being on here with us, guys. It's been super great to have you and talk to you and hang out.
Yeah, it's great
Yeah,
to be
it's
here. This
fantastic.
is tons of fun.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let's talk about that movie rental.
Yeah, let's compare
Yes.
rates.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that.
I've been forgetting to ask people this for the end of the show. Do you have any thoughts that you would like to share with people? Any parting thoughts? I know it's a big ask.
It's not going to get better, guys.
Oh no! Good thing you went first, Mike. What you got?
God, I don't know. Quit having kids. It's just not good.
Yeah. Stop doing that.
I'm glad I asked. Thank
Yeah,
you.
That comes from me, a dad, Mike, a dad.
Like a granddad now.
Yeah.
I'm actually
Granddad.
going down to meet my grandson in 2 days.
Yay!
Yeah.
So yeah.
I call it the double
excited.
dad.
Super dad, ultra dad.
Oh, well, that's it. So real quickly, I do have one final thing I want to say because I thought about it earlier. Now that I'm a granddad, I have advanced from dad jokes to granddad jokes.
Nice.
And I wanted to tell you 2 of my grandfather's jokes he told me as a kid that I loved so much.
Oh, great.
Yay.
And they were naughty nursery rhymes.
Great
and
or
not like the-
potentially, depending on the era.
Well, only one of them hasn't aged that well, but not in the way you think. So I'll start with the safer one. Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how does your garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and one goddamn petunia. And I loved that so much as a kid. I'd make my grandfather repeat the goddamn word over and over because I thought it was so naughty.
I love it.
And then the other one was there was an old lady who lived in a shoe. She had so many kids she didn't know what to do, so she shot them. Yeah, so it doesn't play as great now, but I love that one, and my mom seemed to understand it really well. So.
Yeah, that's those old world morals that they have. Just like you got too many, get rid of some.
You can always make more, but don't. That was the theory.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. Then you don't have to shoot any kids if you don't make them.
Yeah.
Don't shoot to avoid shooting.
Perfect. That's a great thing to go out on. Thank you very much for being on the show with us, guys, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you, everybody, for being
much.
for watching.
Bye.
Sweet dreams.
See you around, guys.
See you next time. Bye.